Hey, fourth graders, this is Nelson. We're working on point of view again, and we're going to spend the rest of the year working on point of view. We're going to really dig in deep and look at first-hand and second-hand events. Okay, now when it says multiple accounts, if you're looking over here, multiple accounts means multiple tellings of the same event. An event could be anything that happens in somebody's life. For example, when you were born. Okay, so for example, if your mother came to me and told me a story about the day that you were born, that's a first-hand account because she was there, she experienced it, that was her life, that was her moment, and she's telling the story. Now, if I go and tell the story or write up a story about your mom's experience, that becomes a second-hand account because I wasn't present. I was only told the story. Okay? So, and it happened 10 years after the fact. So, your mom came in, told me a story about when you were born. You're 10 years old. I wasn't there when you were born. I'm only hearing the story 10 years after you were born. And then I write up do a video or make an article about it. So you have your mom's, and then you have my retelling of that same story. So two different tellings of the same story. Okay? And these are really very important in research, in literature, because they give different information. Okay? And you have to be able, as a reader, to identify, am I looking at a first-hand account, somebody that was there, or for a report from somebody that wasn't there that's giving me lots more information. So the person that experienced it only sees their information. The person that's reporting it, maybe in a second hand, can pull in lots of information from different people, from lots of first-hand people. Okay? So, looking at first-hand accounts, it's always primary. Primary means one. First, the first person. You are always there. Okay? So, second-hand accounts are always secondary sources or third person, like you weren't there. Okay? So primary here means it's a description of an event that comes from somebody who was there to see it, experience, smell it, touch it, feel it. Secondary source is from somebody that was told or researched about it after something has happened. Okay? So, for example, diaries, interviews, tapes, that sort of thing, all can be primary. Secondary are things that you read, like newspaper articles, magazine articles, textbooks. Okay? Now, what's important is when you're looking at first-hand accounts, they always include opinion. They always include feelings, emotion, details that only the person that experienced it would know. Now, if you're looking at second-hand accounts, those just are facts and information, and you can pull in several different kinds of sources. You could pull in 2, 3, 4, 20 different primary accounts plus other second-hand sources. Okay? Remember, when we were talking earlier in the year, we talked about first-person point of view, which uses the words like I, me, us, we. And then we also use third-person point of view. Them, they would state the name of the character, June, Bill, and then he, she, them. That's the language that would be used. So, first-person point of view is always used in primary sources. Third-person point of view is always used in secondary sources because it's not the person talking. Alright, we'll talk about that a little more as the week goes on. We will spend a whole 5 weeks doing this. So you'll get extremely good at looking at primary and secondary sources. I will see you on the next video.